Hi Taurus, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for the Lion's Gate, which is on August 8th. This is a special portal for Ascension Consciousness, so this reading is more to do with, I don't know, larger themes or metaphors in your life. I'm going to do a one-to-one consultation marathon again. The last one went really well. I really enjoyed the messages and all the learning that I did by talking with the people who got readings. So if you guys are interested, I thought I was able to share some information with them as well. But yeah, no, they're good sessions, and the focus of this one is of course Lionsgate. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get a special message for you, but we're going to try, okay? So today we're going to just talk about what Lionsgate is, and I'll do a reading for you guys. So Lionsgate is a portal that happens every year on August 8th. This is when the dog star Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, appears over the Gaza pyramids and in Egypt. And so this is an alignment that makes this bright star appear even brighter in the sky. And this year is special because we have the North Node in this position. This is a position the North Node is in once every 18 years. So it's kind of a big deal that it's here. And not every single time is the North Node in alignment with this dog star Sirius. So sometimes at this time of year the node is here, sometimes there. It depends on the orbits. But basically this is the position of where Sirius is, 14 degrees of Cancer. On Lionsgate, the North Node is actually 15 degrees of Cancer, which is conjunct another fixed star called Canopus, which is all about leading you in the right direction. So the days following this alignment, there's going to be a lot of insights that we all will gain in an area of our life. So for you guys, this is the third house, which has to do with siblings, short distance travel, communication. I feel like you're going to be learning lessons on how you communicate, how you refuse to communicate, and how that backfires. So you don't say what you mean, and then that causes problems. It's a transit that in some way will open you up towards your relationships with the people, like siblings and cousins. I feel like it's going to loosen you up, Taurus. I feel like it's going to give you the opportunity to speak what's on your mind, speak what's in your heart. You might have a lot of support from family at this time. So as you are gaining awareness through this portal about how you communicate, I feel as though there's people that really love you who are around you at this time. You do feel a little bit withdrawn because Lilith is in the 11th house of friendship. So you feel like there's a potential threat to do with your friendships. That's going to be looming, but you can't be afraid. You still have to show your heart. Okay, so let's see your cards. We see the Six of Rods. You're so victorious, Taurus. You have really proven yourself, and you have achieved a lot and lost it and then achieved it all again. And so you feel very, like, you know, in a high vibration, very empowered, very confident about the direction you're going. Next is the Ten of Swords. So you have to face something. There's something on the path that has to be faced, a total closure in a situation. You're now ready to face it. You feel strong enough to face it, and there's that confrontation there. The confrontation, I mean, is though something's being reconciled and brought to the forefront. And then we have the Three of Cups, and so this represents a reunion. So meeting someone for the first time. If you are meeting someone who has treated you in a certain behavior in the past, then I feel like you should be very much expecting on some level the same kind of treatment. So if that person had left you high and dry, it will only take a matter of circumstances before they treat you like that again. So it's like the foreknowledge of what you're getting, even though the time is nice for a reunion, nice to reconnect. I also feel like you have to reconnect with someone with whom there is conflict, such as like custody issues, those kinds of things. You have to reconnect with them, but you're going straight into it. It's something you must do. It's something on your task of lists, and if you complete it and get out, get it done, get out, and then you will be okay. The next message is the Two of Pentacles, carefully trying to figure out your position in things. I'm getting the image that something that was once shared between people is now your own. So the people you used to rely on, you sort of rely on yourself now. But you still have the feeling that you want to rely on them. You still want to reach out. That's normal. The moon through this transit on August 8th starts off in Scorpio and then transits right through Sag, which is your 8th house. And on the 11th of August, while the North Node is creating conjunction to Sirius, there is going to be Jupiter going direct in your 8th house. So you're overdue for a change and an ending. And you direct how that ending will be, how that ending will form, and you call the shots. It's like long overdue endings, they're in your path. 10 of Pentacles, you're rising way above it. Something that you had in some way felt as though was that you couldn't possibly rise above, something that felt as though it was daunting, a situation in which you were dealing with people with way more power, not feeling so secure with your own power and your own empowerment. You're surprised to see that you did get through the situation and you did rise above it, and now you are more powerful than you were before. You've overcome that circumstance. The next message is the Six of Cups. So this is Sun in Scorpio. So this is fulfillment of wishes. This is also for some a soulmate card, but this does not mean that Sun in Scorpio is your soulmate. It could be anybody who's coming in. I feel as though there's a problematic soulmate relationship that in some way is karmic and deeply rooted and connected, but it has facets of really a lot of turbulence and letdowns. So you're facing some of that, a person that you have a relationship with that is deep and profound, but yet problematic and has issues in it. There's better directions for you to go, Taurus. I feel as though there's someone who cares a heck of a lot about you, and I think that this person is around you waiting for you to figure out which path you're going to take. The next message is the Devil. So remember, that's Capricorn, and so we have that in your 9th house. There may be something that's far away, a long distance, that's calling out your name, asking you to go somewhere else. There's Capricorn up here in your chart. So something in your life may be in some way putting the pressure on you to have to travel or go somewhere else, and it doesn't necessarily feel great. It feels like something is pulling you in a different direction, a responsibility. And it's something that you've committed to following through with, so you're dealing with that. The next message is the Two of Swords. So this is Moon in Libra, peace of mind. A lot of people are getting this, Moon in Libra, Moon in Libra. That's going to be in a while. We just had Moon in Libra, so it's going to be a moment before we have Moon in Libra. We're going to have Moon in Virgo. So it's, okay, so there's a new Moon in Libra in September. So that might be a time when something really comes to pass. But I feel like rather than trying to fight against the pressure, be at peace with what's going on, because in the bigger scheme of time, you are moving towards the direction you're needing to go. And the little incidental circumstance, the one that could possibly be pulling you away, physically having you move somewhere or go somewhere for a period of time, that is just an immediate moment sort of thing. The long term is stability and relationship stability. So don't rock the boat, in other words. I really feel like you should just allow these things to pass without allowing them to rock the boat or rock your constitution. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So making a mark in a certain path, going in a certain direction. 9 of Swords on the bottom. So you have spent a lot of time worrying, Taurus. A lot of late nights worrying about the past, worrying about the future. And so that's in some way slowed down your instinct to move forward with things, to push forward, all of that stuff. So now you are in some way dealing, you've created all of this in some way. And I'm not one to point the finger, but I feel like the message here, and remember, communication, it's the word, right? So whatever you've communicated, even through your thoughts into the world, that's why you're dealing with all this stuff, because these are all figments of your imagination that have become realities. Okay, so now you have to be very patient, and you're going to find a way through it, but you have to allow these falsities. They're falsities. They're a level of untruth. It's not that you're dishonest. It's we all do this to ourselves to protect ourselves, right? We deny that we like someone. We deny that, we didn't want to go to that school, or we didn't really want that job. Those are all little falsities that people tell themselves in order to cope with the limited resources in our environment, right? And so something that you have once used to self-soothe, to protect yourself, said about your reality, I think that now you've come to realize that it's kind of turned against you. And you didn't do it knowingly, but it's time for you to let go everything that represents that. And it's time for you to branch out and go forward, because you are successful. You are so, so successful, but your mind is haunted by the past. What you had to do to get to where you are is now haunting you. Whatever, and that's karma. And I don't like yelling out karma, but it is, we all accrue karma, whether we're good or bad. That's why it's so funny to call karma good or bad, because it's a much more dynamic process, multilateral process. So that means it has way more functions than something being good or bad. It's the consequences, right? The consequences, the fears, the things you told yourself to get from point A to point B. Those are the things that you're pushing past, right? And now you have to sit quietly and peacefully and wait for the right opportunity. There is a right opportunity, and you must have peace towards the people and the circumstances that you're seeing off now. You have to let them, and be nice. Don't kick up dust in these circumstances. Be nice and move on. You're heading in a good direction, and the way forward is simple. It's not complicated. That's why you have to get rid of the complicated things. Okay? If you want a one-on-one, it's in the description. If it's still available, it'll be there. And if not, then I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful Lionsgate. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.